I'm Dylan.
I'm Camille.
And today we have a very special guest from API. Jess.
I'm Jessica. And I'm from Afterlife Paranormal Investigations of Oklahoma. And I'm also Camille and Dylan's friend.
Yay! Friends!
Very true. So, we wanted to do this episode the week before, but we aren't, awesome at scheduling things. Because we like to have our midweek creeps have to do with the movie that we just, that we're about to do. But now, essentially, we're doing it in reverse.
Yes. Well, so, yes, because after our honeymoon, on the way back from our honeymoon, we started thinking about the fact that we were like, okay, wait, what do we want to do for this episode? What are the things we want to talk about? This is the research I want to do. And then I was like, holy shit, if we thought about it, we could have just asked Jess to come on too. Duh. We have a professional friend.
A professional friend.
A professional ghost friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not a ghost, but I mean, I don't know. Who's to say? We don't know.
Who's to say?
Science doesn't even know yet. And then we just decided to wait to do it till we could all get together and hang out. So that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I live just living on the edge, man.
Living on the edge. All the time. All the time.
Well, I'm definitely excited to be here for sure.
Yay.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have you.
Have you seen Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Jordan hadn't,
Jordan had
dude.
not seen
I
Beetlejuice.
saw that and I was quite surprised.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is, but I'm not that old. And I was for sure very surprised.
I think you guys are about the same. Well, he's 30.
Oh yeah, I'm younger than him. I've seen it several times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
seen it
No,
a bunch.
Lydia Dietz.
She's the queen.
She's the babe.
Yeah.
She's the queen for sure.
Oh, yeah.
The queen. Okay, so today we're going to talk about tonight, this very stormy and spooky night. There are wolves howling outside,
Yes.
baying at the moon.
Are these audio cues for me to pop these in?
Dude, if you could.
I can.
Okay, that would be so cool.
I'm not going to say I'm going to, but I have the capability of doing so.
If we don't
Well.
do at least one cat yowl,
Well,
never coming back here again.
You will probably pick one up incidentally.
Yeah,
Just because of the cats.
Yeah, eventually they just get pissed that a door is closed.
Yeah.
Love that.
We did put their
cats.
little castle outside of the door.
Castle Grey Whisker.
Yes.
Yes. By the way, so innovative.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just had a bunch of boxes laying around and I'm sick and tired of Squirrely Dan just pawing at the door after 6 a.m. And he's like, you let me in now? No, dude. We are trying to sleep.
Yeah. I have 4-inch holes in all the corners of my doors and the carpets from the cats.
Oh!
Not even the dog. All the cats.
Yeah.
They're insane. Yes.
Yeah.
So Dylan built Castle Grey Whisker out of boxes to put in front of the door. So that instead of them clawing at our door, hopefully they just go in the box castle and they're like, wow, this is cool. I love this. And
Forgot
then
why they were
forgot.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And there's no way for them to hop on top of it either.
yes.
Oh, yeah, because it's all pointy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I come over the next time, there's fucking bird spikes on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about putting just duct tape on top so if they jumped, they'd get duct tape on their paws and I'd be like, oh, I don't like this.
Oh, yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's smart. Well,
That
if it
and
comes down
tinfoil.
to it.
I'm sorry.
Bless you. So precious. Bless you, child. Oh, so cute.
Thanks. So,
Back to
Oh,
it
yeah.
being spooky.
Jess,
Yeah.
That's me.
what made you, what interested you into getting into ghost hunting?
Oh, this is Camille's fault. Entirely.
What?
Have you not heard this story?
What do you mean?
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Tell
Oh,
me.
yeah. So, if you want to get into it, I loved Ghost Hunters as a kid, and I was always convinced that there was
Ghost Hunters International.
just Ghost Hunters.
Oh, just you
like
didn't watch
Tax.
International? Yeah, no, Taps
Yeah.
was...
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean OG Taps. Like, not when they
okay.
started doing, like,
All the
actual good
offshoots.
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I watched that all the time as well.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
Sorry.
but,
It's a ghost.
oh.
But also same. Yeah. Especially their live events on Halloween. Holy shit.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
super great.
Yeah.
But we were fiddle farting around on Facebook, and I don't know if it was me or you screenshotted on OPI, which is like Oklahoma Paranormal Investigations, like Facebook page. So like anybody could be a member of these pages. But there was a call out from Brooke, the leader of our investigations team, that was like, hey, we're looking for a couple of people to join, la-di-da-di-da. And I don't know if I screenshotted it or Camille screenshotted it.
It might have even been Carissa.
It could have been Carissa.
I don't even know.
And they were like, ha ha ha, wouldn't this be funny? And like, next thing I know, Camille's like, okay, I emailed her all of our information. Like, this is great.
Right.
Remember? Because, yeah, I was like, I think I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna include all of our information.
And then Star was born, and here I am today.
And you're the only one that was like,
Yeah.
actually, I think I love this. And which it's not to say that I didn't, but it's like,
No, it's very time consuming.
it's very time consuming, and I get sleepy.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. I would say
Yeah.
like it's not as exciting as Taps made it out to be.
Well,
Unless it
TV.
that's
until it
funny,
is.
though, because Taps had several stinker episodes where it was just like nothing happened.
Yeah.
But like
We got a
that's
door
why
closing.
It was cool. That's why that show worked.
Yeah.
Because not every episode is like ghost adventures where like people are getting
Yeah.
sucker punched in the nuts by
Freaking
demons
Zach
and
Bagel
stuff.
Bites or whatever.
Listen,
Yeah.
as much as people like to make fun of that guy, like he's getting his bag. Like whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Dude.
True.
And I'm sure
Absolutely.
it all started at a good heart, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I love Ghost Adventures. I will
Yeah.
watch that shit over and over again.
Oh no, I
But
watched it. I there was a time when I downloaded a streaming service specifically to watch.
Oh yeah, that's why I have Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
Was to watch his Cecil Hotel like special
Oh,
that they did. It was
yes.
so good.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Camille was like, "Hey, I emailed this girl all of our stuff, so like hope that's cool." And then we set up an interview like it's the beginning of the pandemic, so it was like a
Phone
Zoom
interview
thing.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't.
Yeah. And she was like, well, we weren't looking for like all of these people, like 3 of you, but we're like gonna make an exception and get all 3 of you on the team. So I was like, fucking wicked.
Yeah.
And then Camille and Carissa got to go on the first investigation. I wasn't able to go because I had to work the next day.
Yeah.
And we were gonna be out like really late.
Really late.
And this was back.
You know what's funny about that is Camille and Carissa both didn't really know that it was going to be a whole investigation.
I did not realize.
So like,
What did you think it was gonna be?
Just like a meeting.
I just thought it was a meeting, like
Yeah.
just a hey.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm hanging out at the house. I'm hanging out, and some context in my life while Camille was talking about doing this. I was like, "That's really cool. That's really cool." RoboCop just came out on MK11, so I'm going to be hopping on that. So I watched RoboCop, and halfway through, it was like getting late. It was like 12:30, and
Oh,
I like
not even
Right.
late enough.
but like for like what I was used to, yeah, I was. So I like called Camille and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And Camille was like, "Oh, we're actually like doing an investigation. We're like about to go. I was actually just about to call you. It turns out it was going to be an investigation tonight." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And Camille was like, I think we're gonna go. And I was like, "All right, cool." And she was like, "I'm sorry." And I was like, "Yo, I'm
Got
drinking
things to
whiskey
do.
right now. Like I was drinking whiskey on the rocks, watching RoboCop, about to play as RoboCop on Mortal Kombat 11." So I was like, "You do your thing, boo."
Yeah.
And then
He was set up.
She didn't come back home until like 3:30.
Yeah. It was very late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really funny.
It was very late. That was at the train station.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the first one, and I didn't get to go. because
Yeah.
I had to work the next day. This was back when we worked at He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Yes.
And, there was some early mornings. But fun development story, I never got to go on an investigation with you or Carissa.
No.
We all ended up going on different ones all the time.
Yeah.
And then I was supposed to go on one with you and Dylan, and I don't know what happened. I think we ended up canceling the investigation or something.
Right.
And then now I'm there forever. So
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah.
I just think it was so funny that I'm not a very I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a pretty fly by the seat of my pants, go getter.
Yes.
But I'm not one to willingly join a group of people whom I've never met before to do something that I've never done before that's very likely to end up being possessed.
You just jumped in.
Yeah.
I thought that was really smart of Brooke, though. In hindsight, I think because she was we don't normally accept this many people that are friends too, which I get because she wanted to prevent a clique sort of thing. But I'm sure in the back of her mind, maybe not. I'm not Brooke. I don't know. But I'm sure in the back of her mind, she was probably I knew probably one of you would keep hanging out. You know what I mean? I'd probably get one out of the three of you, and at least two of you were probably gonna drop off. I'm yeah, girl, that's smart.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, Brooke, but probably because you're really smart. So
Yeah.
that's okay. Good for you.
No, it's so funny, and I'm so grateful for you because of that, because it's been one of everybody needs a fucking hobby.
Yeah, dude.
And that's the
Absolutely.
best. And it is a hobby. It's also a lot of work, but it's one of the best things.
Those are the best hobbies, though.
And I've
Yeah.
made the best of friends. The girls that I investigate with are just the light of my life. They're my favorite people. So
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
So, did you have any paranormal experiences when you were a kid, growing up or anything?
I always thought that my grandma's house was haunted, but never really had I don't have any memories of a specific event except for being terrified of the closet, and I can still see that closet to this day. It was a huge walk-in closet.
Ugh.
And I just always got yucky feelings up there, and
Yeah.
didn't like to sleep up there, and I always had to have my grandma sleep with me, whether or not that was a childhood trauma type thing,
Right.
or if it was
A repressed
or if it was
memory,
just a scary closet little kid thing. But I literally watched ghost shows since they started coming out.
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing to do, and I was a latchkey kid, so I spent a lot of time alone.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all I would do is watch TV, and ghost shows were always my favorites. So
Yeah.
it was bound to happen, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and vet shows, and here I am.
Look at that.
Right.
Done and done.
Animals and ghosts. That's all
Yeah.
I do.
So fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing it? How long have you been doing it now?
year and a half.
At least 2020.
Yeah, it was the
Plant-
it was the summer of 2020, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
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 Because it was hot AF.
It was
was hot.
very
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
And I think we were all getting to a point mentally where it was we gotta find something.
Yeah.
Gotta find
Or
some
else
sort of
we're gonna die.
Yeah.
our brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
yeah, it's been about 2 years. I think we just had our 2-year anniversary.
That's
Oh, I'm gonna look really bad if we did
wild.
not. But I'm pretty sure we did. We just had our 2-year.
API
Yeah.
just had their 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, with the 4 of us.
That's so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much the core group then. It's the 4 of you ladies.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did have our 2-year anniversary. It was at Hill House in Texas. There's 2 of them. But,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, we had
Don't get
a-
it twisted, guys.
We had a super adorable cake. I remember. And I got super drunk and played poker or some shit like that.
Fun!
For the first half hour, and then was immediately sober once I got scared.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
That's nuts.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't normally drink on investigation. It was just our 2-year birthday party.
Yeah.
Right.
We would never do that otherwise.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta
But
cut
yeah.
loose from time to time.
Yeah, it
It's
was our
alright.
little 2-year party. We all
Yeah.
went to Walmart and got food and had a great time. Yeah, it was adorable.
That's
And
so
then the
fun.
year before that, we stayed at the Skirvin for our 1-year birthday.
What was that like?
It was really spooky.
Yeah.
I also, and Brooke and Tammy and Jill will all attest to this, I can fall asleep anywhere.
Sure.
Doesn't matter how scary the place is. If there is a comfortable spot, like, and I lay down in it, fucking gone.
Right.
Done.
So, we were at the Skirvin, and we had the REM pod, and Jill was there, and Tammy and Brooke. Tammy and her daughter were there for like a short period of time. We're asking questions because like the story, like the backstory is about like a baby who was tossed out a window, XYZ things.
Right.
So what's a REM pod?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
So I'm laying on the couch asleep
Okay.
while
Nice.
they're asking questions. And
You're like, baby.
yeah, it's
I'm like,
great.
hella tired though. So like, yeah.
And they finally ask a question about the baby, and the REM pod goes off. So the REM pod is a little, it's like this big. I don't know
Okay.
which camera to show it to.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
But yeah, it's about like a cantaloupe sized.
Okay.
Some of them are handheld,
Okay.
but others are not. So it's like a cantaloupe sized piece of equipment that has an antenna on the top.
Okay.
And it's based off of static electricity in the area, which like it's interrupted.
Okay.
So sorry.
That's okay. Yeah.
So if something comes from this angle or this angle or this angle or this angle, there's different colored lights on the machine.
So anywhere around. So for the podcast, anywhere.
North, south, east, west.
Oh, yes.
Right.
So
Yeah.
like north, south, east, west lights, and they're green, blue, yellow, and red.
Okay.
So when we're like asking questions and stuff, we'll say like, can you make the red light go off? Can you make the blue light go off? This,
Okay.
that, and the
Okay.
other.
So like Simon Says for ghosts.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, and it makes this, I never heard it go off before, and it makes this god-awful noise that's like, like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
It's so loud, you cannot miss it.
Ugh.
So it goes off, and I was asleep, and I was sitting up so fast. It was so scary.
Oh my gosh.
There's been several times when the red pod goes off at an investigation we did once. We actually got intelligent responses. At the McIntyre Villa, which is in Atchison, Kansas. Shout out to Stephanie. She's great. You should definitely book a night there. We got intelligent responses down in the basement. So we were like, can you make the blue light go off? Can you make the red light go off? And it was, I was holding Tammy's hand so tight, and because it's right in front of me. I'm known as the bravest member of our team, like for sure. Like I've never once screamed like a little baby and ran in a corner, ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like basically cried because we asked it to do something and then it responded. You know?
Yeah.
So that was me, and we call them spirit balls, but they're basically motion activated cat balls.
Okay.
Sitting in the chair next to me, and we asked it to like touch that, and that shit went off, and I was like, because here's the thing, like you want to see, right? Like
Yes.
you spend your whole life like wanting to see this stuff, and then you're like, no.
Just kidding.
That's okay.
You know
I'm
what?
okay.
I gotta go do a thing.
Yeah,
Thank you though.
Yeah. It was super great.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
but that's a REM pod. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like it's mostly based off of static electricity,
That's cool.
and then it can test the temperature in the room. So if the temperature drops, it will make a noise.
That's
to
so
let you know.
neat.
Yeah.
That's really neat. Have you ever stayed at the Skirvin?
No, I haven't really stayed in any haunted locations other than my best friend's house.
Right.
So other than that, and there was a thing that happened at my house once.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
but,
A thing?
yeah,
A little bit of a spooky thing.
a little bit of a spooky thing.
Well,
Okay.
You don't have to make this all about me, Dylan.
We will tell you. I will tell you about my Skirvin thing real quick,
Yeah.
and then tell me about your spooky thing.
Well,
Little-
I can, this, yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I didn't stay. So the Skirvin is a hotel here in Oklahoma. And
Which if you call them, they're not haunted.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is fine. Like, do I believe the folklore story that is common amongst hotels. Not necessarily. But it's old as shit. And lots of things happen. And I think it's probably haunted. But I had an experience just where I definitely got stuck in the elevator there. So maybe that's not a ghost, but mechanics scary. Either way,
old.
It is very old.
I don't trust an elevator. I
No, I don't either.
hate
Really.
elevators.
Yeah, I'm not a big elevator fan either. But yeah, I definitely did. I didn't stay the night there. I did go to watch a cousin that was really young at the time for a wedding of a family member. So they were like doing the wedding and the reception, all that jazz, in the Skirvin, and we hung out in the hotel room with this kid. And yeah, going up to that room, I like pushed a button, and then we got to the floor or the ground level or whatever. I guess when we were going back down, I don't even remember. And I was just like, okay, please let me out now. Can I?
Anytime.
Anytime would be great. And then eventually the doors open, and I was just like, well, ghosts. That's all I can say about that.
That's a ghost.
Yes.
You know
Very
what
spooky.
we always say? Certainly interesting.
It's very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
So the one that happened at my house isn't like, so my brothers are terrified of it, and
Oh,
but, so,
this thing. Oh, okay.
but
If this has anything to do with a clown or a doll.
it does have to do with the
Woo! Okay, Jessica's buckling in.
No, okay, but I don't really want to talk about that one.
Okay.
We'll tell you about it later.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I can talk about is all the cuckoo banana shit that happened at my best friend's house when I was growing up. So I told you a little bit about it, and we are going to go on a quick break here in a second, but we will have audio for everybody and video or a picture on the YouTube, but on the podcast and everything, we'll have some audio for you guys to listen to.
On the YouTube.
Yeah, we'll throw some stuff in there.
Yeah, and
Little present.
Yeah, so
Little
there's some
nugget.
stuff from that I have had since I was a child, essentially, and some things that Justice has brought for the show. But when I was a kid growing up in this house, essentially growing up, I was there all the time. It started out just like sort of small stuff happening like around the house with me and my buddy Ashton. His grandmother had like a ton of dolls, like a ton of dolls. And like we would swear to everything that eyes would move or their faces would move or something like that. All the time we would catch that sort of stuff happening. But there was one time we saw orbs outside, like dancing around in the front
Like with your
yard.
naked eyeball?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they lived out in the middle of nowhere, so it wasn't like lights or anything like that. Like cars didn't drive by that much. I mean, they would on occasion, but it was in Sepulpa and the Sticks, so we would see orbs from time to time. There was one time we would always wake up to like get snacks and stuff, you know. And one time we walked outside to go down the hallway, and we saw 3 dudes standing in the hallway with hats, and you could see through them, but they just stood there, and we were like, what the fuck? And then they turned around and walked into the living room, and then just like dissipated. That was super cool. And
Super cool.
Not scary at all.
just
Super cool.
Just a neat little experience.
yeah. And then 2 more. There's one that was super bizarre. I remember going to sleep. We always slept in the living room because we would always watch horror movies, and we would lay we would have we'd make like giant pallets in the living room.
You did sleepover stuff.
Yeah, and we would both sleep in these pallets.
You guys would play with each other's hair.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Braid
So-
make paper dolls.
Yeah.
One time, I thought this was really weird. This could have been like a mechanical thing, very early 2000s sort of glitch or whatever. But there was a clock, digital clock, attached to like the VCR. And we went to sleep at like
the VCR.
and we went to sleep at like 2 or 3 a.m. And I remember waking up and I just like felt really uncomfortable, and I looked at the clock and it said midnight, and I was like, what? This doesn't make any sense. Like, it wasn't flashing or anything. It was just like, oh, it's 12 o'clock. I'm like, it's not 12 o'clock.
But
I went
it's
to
not.
sleep at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And then like that was weird. But the weirdest thing that ever happened was there was the back room where his great grandmother passed away, and he had some really, really bad experience happen in that room. He would like wake up and see there was like a demon that would be in his room, and it would like claw him. He would have scratch marks on his arms and legs.
Ugh.
And everybody always had really bad vibes when they walked into that room. And not like vibes, but like you'd walk in.
No
and
bad
it's just
vibes.
like, this is, like,
Bad
not-
fucking vibes.
Yeah. Bad fucking vibes. It was always really cold. And so we used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon all the time on the computer. And then we like
Yeah, dude.
the game
Oh.
the game was gone, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey dude, we should totally like play Roller Coaster Tycoon again. He was like, well, it's in the other room. I was like, well, let's just go get it. And he was like, no.
No.
No, thank you.
And I was like, nah, I'm gonna go get it.
He's like,
Yeah, and
fucking sue
he was
yourself,
like,
I
he was
guess.
like, okay, all right. He did not. I don't remember ever seeing him in that room. But so I walked in, and there's like boxes and everything. No one ever slept in there, and I was like, hey, I know you don't like people in here, like, but I am just trying to find something really quickly. And I open up these boxes, and I'm flipping through stuff.
I'm
And-
so uncomfy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the door was open.
Was.
Yeah, no, it was open.
Okay.
And I grabbed a computer mouse because it was like in the way, and I put it on top of another cardboard box. No big deal. I'm flipping through, and then the computer mouse goes boop and flips upside down. And like to no one, I was like, I know, I'm really, really sorry. I'm trying to find this video game. I swear to God, I'll get out of here as fast as I can.
Yeah, apologize to the demon. That makes it better.
And then the computer mouse left where it was.
What?
It was thrown from the box to the door
Mm-mm.
and like hit the door. And then I was like, fine. And then I walked out of the bedroom and I don't know I never got the game.
Did I mention I'm the bravest member of API?
Yeah. But it got so bad to that like to the point where like they believed us, like his grandparents believed us, and they hired an investigator group, paranormal investigators, to come into the house and record and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's
So.
some pretty compelling audio and video.
Yeah,
The video is
it's
very
creepy, dude.
It's very scary.
It's very weird.
Yeah,
I mean, once I knew what I was looking for, it was
yeah.
Spooky dookie.
spooky dooky. If you can find a way to slow that video down, it's gonna be.
I definitely can.
Yeah, it's gonna be so dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna
Gotta watch YouTube though.
Yes, that's true.
Gotta go to the YouTube.
That'll be a YouTube one.
Yes.
We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We'll listen to some audio that Jess brought, and yeah, it'll be fun. We are back. We're back from the break.
It was much needed.
Much needed
Feel
break
well rested.
from the stressful work we're doing every time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you do it once and then you try and do it again.
I feel like I have to
It's
commit.
so loud.
We never learned.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I've got some goodies.
all right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna end up putting mine at the end of the episode.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah, I'll just throw those at the end,
Yeah.
and then you guys can listen to.
Closing.
Yeah.
In closing. Set us up
So this is
You did it that
Don't.
time.
this is an undisclosed location. Because don't want to reveal any like people or places.
Ghost HIPAA.
Yeah, ghost HIPAA.
Right.
We really value all of our like clients' privacy, so there's nothing in any of these clips that could, risk any of that.
Right.
So
Nice.
I can tell you some general stuff, but not a whole lot of detail.
Okay.
The first one is, general ghost things like, do you need help passing? Things like that.
Okay.
And then I get a reply in my recording from a deep male voice that says, can you open the door?
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and play that.
Awesome.
Go for it.
I'll play that right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so slow. Do you want to hear it again?
Yes,
Yes.
please. Yes.
We'll play it again.
One more time.
Okay. One more time.
So, okay. Did you hear that while you were recording it?
No.
Okay.
But I will say we did hear like an audible voice during this investigation.
Okay.
At least like some of us are really good at listening to things.
Sure.
I'm not.
Right.
So
Yeah.
when I do hear something, I'm like,
Right. You're like, oh, well, if I heard that.
yeah, then
Yeah.
something was suspicious.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to tell if what you're hearing is actually a voice. Like Brooke will tell you that she's done investigations where it sounds like just like shuffling
Sure.
around, and then when you listen to the recording later, it's like actual voices.
Oh, weird.
Okay.
So it doesn't always present immediately, right?
Yeah.
And the problem with audio is that you have to listen to it a lot
Sure.
Yeah.
to pick up what you're looking for. And
Right.
that's why, I tell you what I hear because
Yeah.
I've listened to it a million times. And you could say it's suggestion or whatever, but I still think it's like very interesting.
It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
stuff like this, it's just like if you're an naysayer, you're a naysayer, and that's just like that's it. You
That's
know what I
okay,
mean?
though.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
that's-
have to
that's
have all
totally
kinds.
Fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if you want to be a little more fun and open to it, then like, yeah, dude,
Yeah. Just do a listen.
tell me what you hear. You're the one that's heard it 1,000 times, not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I also have not been as in-depth in audio as some of my counterparts, so they're way better at audio than I am. So this is like very choppy, edited audio that's, basic
Yeah.
editing. Like basic,
Yeah.
I know how to make things louder and go slower.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
So it's pretty raw,
Yeah.
to say the least. Okay, this next one is a woman, and we're listening back to a recording. So this was a new thing we were trying.
Okay.
Which was where we were doing our recording and then listening to it
Okay.
at like right after we did it.
Okay.
So like short ones.
Right.
So we're listening to a recording, so you can hear like a garbled like something at the beginning. It's somebody else's recorder.
Okay.
It sounds like a gentleman's voice on the recorder, which is even cooler. But
That
I feel
is
like we
cool.
would have actually had a big reaction to that.
yeah.
But I hear a woman's voice say, "This is it. Listen close," as
Okay.
like a whisper.
Dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you ready?
Yeah.
Ready, Freddy.
All right. Here he goes. It's so soft.
I really like that clip.
Yeah.
To be honest, like, it's just, I don't know. If you want to believe all of this, right? It's so fun to have a ghost or whatever, like, really reach out and be like, no, here's what's up.
Yeah.
You know? Or like in a clip that I'll play later, it's so crazy. If you want to full dive in and you're like, yeah, these like spirits or whatever are like on a whole other like level than us that is like over top of ours, but they've got a whole other thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for that voice to be like, tell you to listen close, like,
Yeah.
so sick.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
That's what like we would consider an intelligent response.
Yeah.
Because it's interacting with
Yeah.
us.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you might hear like, hey, or look here or something. But like
a cue.
to hear them be like, this is it, listen close. Like that's really cool to me.
Yeah.
And I've had people listen to it and they say they hear something a little different, but the ending they always hear the word close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my interpretation. You might hear something different.
I hear listen close really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what comes out. Like, that's what sticks out to me.
Yeah. And then this last one is really funny. I can't really give too much like information about the investigation again, but I think so. You'll hear Jill asking a question at the beginning, and then I hear a gentleman saying, "You pissed off the baby."
Oh gosh.
So that's what I hear.
Right.
And the last word definitely sounds like baby.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
So I'll have you take a listen to this and see what you think. You'll hear a really loud Jill and then like very quiet man. So I'll play it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like after you told me what it is, like I can't hear the very beginning, like but I hear pissed off the baby, and it's pretty great because I don't know. Can you tell us a little bit about, because there was something going on with the baby, right?
Right. I can't disclose too much information about the case, but there was a child in the house.
Okay.
Not while we were investigating.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just very interesting that like we're like, do you need help leaving? And he's like, you pissed off the baby. Now these bitches are here trying to kick it out. So, but yeah, that like it was a very not bad feeling.
Yeah.
Haunting. It was very like, it wasn't like eat the baby,
Right.
You know, like it wasn't like a scary haunting. It was like a very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haunt. That was also very interesting.
That's
so
cool.
That's
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's so exciting. So that's just some clips from some local places that you've been, right?
Maybe.
Oh.
Because they're not so local.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yes.
because who knows? You guys go all over.
We really do. Kansas, we're going to Boonville, Arkansas. I don't
Right.
know that we'll be able to post anything from that, but I know that we'll be able to post Waverly when we go there, for sure.
And that's Waverly Hills.
Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Sanatorium.
In Louisville, Kentucky.
Holy cow.
Yeah. It's gonna
What's
be
the deal with that place? It's like the oldest sanatorium, or...
It's like one of the largest sanatoriums, maybe the oldest. It's definitely got the most history attached to it.
Okay.
A lot of experimental surgeries were done on patients there. It's like a huge crescent-shaped building.
That's
because
right.
They believe that sunlight and fresh air could help cure tuberculosis. And, you know, it might not have, but I'm sure it made people feel better.
Sure.
Like, for
Yeah.
sure.
Lobotomies, I think. There were quite a few lobotomies that were done there.
To be honest, I'm not as good as research as Brooke and Tammy are.
That's
They're
okay.
really good at that stuff. So I will neither confirm nor deny that there were lobotomies.
You do not have to.
But I do know that there was a lot of experimental tuberculosis surgeries done
Treatment.
there.
And
Which is why there's like a lot of particularly disgruntled
yucky
energy. Yeah, and there's also stories about a nurse who was pregnant by a doctor, or somebody, whatever, and like launched her baby down the elevator shaft, and she hung herself. Now I don't know if any of that is true. Trigger warning.
I like that you use the word launch. That's probably my favorite part about it. Like, she fucking, like, I'm gonna put this baby in a cannon now, and and you know what? Now I'm out. Peace. Like,
I'm sure there was a much more eloquent way I could have told that story.
But no.
She got rid of her kid and said, "I'm gonna get rid of myself too." So, or the other version is like she was currently pregnant and then hung herself.
Sure.
Or maybe there was more than one nurse that hung herself there. I'm looking forward to learning all about it.
Right.
At this time, I have not.
And
weren't
it's
too
so
much fun.
we're so far removed from not even that recent or that brain not even that far in the past history.
Yeah.
More succinct way to say that, I'm sure. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But that without, really substantiating it, who's to say? There's lots of stories like that.
Yeah. I
But
wanna
that's
say
part
that,
of the
like-
mythos is
Yeah, I want to say like Kindred Spirits. There's lots of ghost shows out there, by the way. I want to
Yeah.
say like Kindred Spirits actually like tried to locate birth and death certificates from that.
very
place.
cool.
It could have also been Destination Fear. I can't remember. I've started watching some shows based on Waverly, like to see what other investigators are doing.
Actually, wait, is Destination Fear the one with Rob Lowe?
I don't know.
Okay, guys. Real
Dude,
quick.
that one is
Sorry.
honestly
Quick
Rob
endorsement.
Lowe's,
Yeah.
it's very fun.
I mean, they don't do them now, I don't think, but they have like one season, I'm pretty sure, of like Rob Lowe and Sons or whatever. And they go and they do ghost investigations.
It's wholesome AF.
Yeah, it's very
bet.
wholesome.
It's very cute.
But I'm pretty sure they did Waverly Hills, so I could be wrong. But yeah, they all kind of start to bleed together after a while, to be
Yeah.
honest. But yes, I think same kind of deal. Maybe, or maybe it was the latest Ghost Hunters. Who's to say? I don't know, but I remember also that they were like trying to track down actual documentation to kind of substantiate like what was done at these buildings. So blah blah blah.
And as goofy and funny and like dorky as I'm being, like we try to do our best when it comes to investigating.
Oh, yeah.
Like Tammy is incredible. Like she's practically a historian and she could pull papers out of places I ain't never seen before.
Yeah.
And Brooke and Tammy are both pretty sensitive too, so like they pick up on energy really well. Jill and I aren't necessarily like skeptics, but I'm more nervous to say that anything is real, right?
Sure.
I would much prefer that is not.
Right.
Whenever scary things are happening.
Right.
To be-
Yeah.
Like I said, bravest person.
Right.
But Jill is a very like logical minded person who likes to debunk things like while they're happening, and I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But we really try to be as like professional on our ghost hunts as we can, and also gather as much information before we go, but also leave some of the team in the dark. Usually the team they leave in the dark is Jill and I, so we can like find out.
Yeah.
We get there, like we'll like do a walk through in the house first, generally it's like Jill and Tammy, or like Brooke and Tammy, will do a walk through the house first and like kind of feel it out and like talk to the owner of the house or the owner of the business, because we've done some businesses too, and like feel it out before all of us go in to investigate. That way some of us come in like fresh minded,
Yeah.
but then others are like already know everything about
That's-
what's going on.
Very cool, especially
Yeah.
when you're going to places that are like historical.
Yeah.
It's really neat to have
I
that
would say
background.
history, not Jessica's best.
You know what you're fun at in?
Yeah.
The present.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm
right
really
this
good.
second. So
Really great. Really great at the present.
You guys did
Honestly,
go.
I feel like that's a good way to be.
Yeah.
Like, have half the team, like, we know all this stuff, and then the other half not know.
Right.
Because I feel like that's a thing that some people bring up. It's like, oh, yeah, there's all these preconceived notions anyway because of, like, they, like, did all this research beforehand, which is like, well, like, yeah, of course we did.
Yeah.
But, that's a thing that people can use all the time to, like, debunk investigations and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, when you do it that way, it's like, well, only half knew, and this happened to this person here, which didn't know any of this. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I think that's a cool way to go about doing that, too.
Yeah. Seems
Yeah.
really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys did do recently-ish. I guess not. Was it like last October?
Yeah, and we did one a couple months after that.
Okay, cool.
At Core 4 Brewing, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, it was super
Yes.
fun at the historical Paramount building.
Yeah.
Again, history, not my best, but it's on Old Film Row.
Yes.
Mhm.
So there's lots of history involving like actresses and like first movie showings there, and directors and things like that come and through, and that was a lot of fun. And we actually, before we opened it to the public, we did an investigation by ourselves, and the theater is just like electric with energy.
Yeah.
I love that little theater so much.
And I think the first time I went there, it was actually to see your guys' podcast way back when.
Oh, our other podcast.
Yeah,
that we were in
way
to
back
begin
when.
with. Yep.
And then and VHS and Chill was what it was called.
That's for the
With-
My Bloody Valentine
with Jensen
Yeah.
Ackles.
Huh?
Was Jensen Ackles in
Jeff
My Bloody-
Goldblum?
No. My Bloody Valentine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jensen Ackles is in that movie.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure because I remember being talking on your podcast about how super hot he was.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, so I went there and then like we went and investigated later, and I was like, oh yeah, I've been here before.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, it's way scarier without people.
Yeah.
But we had like some of the video we caught, like I could see mist. That certainly was interesting.
Sure.
I cannot like prove that it was anything paranormal, but the way that it would like come into the frame and then dissipate next to a person
Yeah.
was really weird.
Huh.
But then we partnered with Core 4 Brewing, which is in that building, and we started doing some public investigations. So we've done 2 so far, and each time we've had like a really awesome turnout of people. Professionals, not professionals, people who are just like really interested in ghost things or like want to spook, you know?
Yeah.
Like October, it was just like a lot of people who wanted to just have fun.
That's
Yeah.
the time.
Do
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
spooky. We get some like K2 action, which is like an EMF detector, so electromagnetic fields,
Yeah.
with a range of lights. I don't know why I'm trying to show you like it's behind me.
You will see.
It's like palm sized, and it has a range of lights going from green to red.
Okay.
So green being like the least, yellow being a mid, and then
Yeah.
red being the most. So we got some K2 hits. We got a couple cat ball or spirit ball hits. So that's really fun, especially when you have like a bunch of people there.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's like super, super fun.
Yeah, and we allow everybody to participate. Everybody's allowed to ask questions. We give everybody a piece of equipment. You do not have to buy any equipment to come on these. You can bring your own recorder. You can
That's
record
so
on your
neat.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we sell these like T-shirts. I'm actually wearing one right now. I'll show you.
Strip.
It just says, "I survived the Paramount."
Oh my gosh,
that's
that's so
sick.
fun.
So we like sell some T-shirts too, you know. 'Cause,
Yeah.
it's like a fun thing. Like how
Yeah.
often you go on a ghost hunt. So yeah, it's been really cool each time. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel like working with the public.
Sure.
Like I was pretty nervous, but
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun. And it's with Core 4 Brewing, so you can kind of get some beer beforehand.
Yeah.
And you guys can come hang out with us and like walk around. I don't know when our next investigation is going to be, but Core 4 and API always put it on our website whenever we do.
That's
plan
so
that.
fun.
Yeah.
And they're nice guys.
Oh my
nice
gosh.
guy.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice everybody.
Nice
Really.
people.
The guy's dad, he's also very funny. He's nice.
Aw.
I talked to what is it? There was a
Ooh, excuse me.
T-shirt shop in that building before Core 4 was, and I think they were called I think their company was called OKC, but like spelled out like OK.
SEE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently they had crazy stuff happen there when they were there. Like there was a woman that would always like come around, and they called her the pretty lady, and one like
Again. Woof.
yeah. And
Scary.
she sort of attached herself to one of the dudes that was there. She would like hang around him all the time.
Oh yeah, just my friend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
handsome.
So it's so wild, but yeah, we're talking to Core 4 right now about some fun stuff too. It'd be nice to maybe we can all three get together sometime and do a fun.
Oh my
thing
gosh,
at
yeah.
Core
That'd be
4.
so cool.
awesome. we're always down. We love to hang out with people in
Yeah.
the public, and we like doing podcasts and stuff. So,
Yeah.
that's
It's
awesome.
so much fun.
Okay, last question for me.
Okay.
What's your favorite piece of equipment to use while you're out hunting ghosts?
Oh,
Do you have a preferred? thing that you
You're
like?
like,
I prefer the music box, actually. So it's a
Whoa.
motion activated music box.
Wow. Okay, so you pick the scariest one to hear when it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does not play a cute song.
No, of course
It
not.
plays a spooky song.
Yeah.
And it is the coolest piece of equipment when it goes off. Like, talk about setting the mood.
did you say it's
Yeah.
motion activated?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. Indeed. And the first time I heard it go off, it was actually, we were at McIntyre Villa. And they had a music box, and they pointed it down a hallway, an empty hallway. And we started asking questions about the family that had lived there before.
Yeah.
And boom, 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 boom. It was the scariest thing I've ever heard. And then we bought one.
Yeah.
And by we bought one, I think I mean Tammy and Brooke bought one, or
Right.
maybe they both, or one of them bought one, and then they were like, "Oh, look what I got!" And I
Yeah.
said, "I can't wait." And it goes off infrequently. So like, the cool thing about ghost hunting is like sometimes they have pieces of equipment they like to play with, and sometimes they don't.
right.
But damn, when it is that music box,
Yeah.
whew,
Yeah.
and it is so compelling and creepy. But yeah, they pointed it down an empty hallway, and that bitch was going off, and I was enamored.
Oh
I was
my
in a
Lanta.
room off the hallway, and I was like,
Hello.
but that was my favorite.
Nice.
Besides the audio recorder, I personally, when I use something, the audio recorder is my favorite since I started learning how to do audio.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the music box is so
Yeah.
cool.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I could only imagine. And this was, you said you guys were first introduced with that piece of equipment at McIntyre?
McIntyre Villa.
McIntyre Villa. Okay. And so you went there after you were,
Stayed the night at the Sally house.
and speaking of losing something, to not the ocean, because this is not the ocean. You see how I just pieced that all together?
Yeah.
I am so fucking proud of myself.
Wow.
Okay.
The
thank you.
Titanic reference. is
Yeah.
just chef's kiss.
So tell us about that. Tell us about you. I think you had some kind of spooky experiences there too. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sally houses
Sorry.
is a thing.
Yes.
It is a spooky.
Oh,
yeah.
Not to interrupt you. I'm so sorry. If you want to see
Oh.
the Sally House,
yeah.
Unsolved. No, Ryan Bagheera and what the
Shane. What's his name?
yes.
Oh, the best one.
Yeah. Hey, it's your boy.
Hey,
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they do the Sally House.
Yes.
As well. If you
We
would
did
like-
not have access to the basement. It was closed at the time.
Okay.
Because of dangerous reasons, not ghost related reasons, but like
Or both.
but unsafe
Sure.
to be down there reasons.
Yeah.
That's what
Or-
I'd say too. If
or
there was
demons.
a whole gaggle of demons down there,
Yeah, so I
tossing kids
that was
down
the-
elevator shafts and shit.
It's different.
as fucking brave as I am, sitting on the pentagram was one of the things I did want to go down and do. Like I wanted to be down there and see the pentagram that was
Okay.
in the floor. Brooke will attest. Sometimes I get real brave,
Right.
and then I back out almost immediately.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You want to have these experiences.
Yep. And then
You
I'm like,
walk on the pentagram, and then you're like, and I'm out now.
and I did it, and thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
FOMO will drive you to do some crazy stuff. Just like, you know what? I thought I didn't want to, but now I'm afraid that if I don't, regret forever.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
do this.
Plus, in like sidebar, you pay like money to go to these places.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
When you don't have a TV show. Not that I'm assuming that Zach Bagans has not paid to get into a thing, but I'm guessing they're like, ooh, would you like to come visit?
It's like drivers, dine-ins, and dives, but ghosts.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
When Zach.
He's the Guy Fieri of
Exactly,
kind
yeah.
of, man.
Yeah.
Same hair, different color. I mean,
yeah.
Okay,
we went to spend the night at the Sally house.
Yes.
And we live streamed it. So if you go on our Facebook page, you can see our live streams and stuff.
That's right.
Sorry. Pretty much every public investigation we've done. So like a business, or I say a business, really just like places we've paid to go to.
Right.
And some others we've live streamed to. So go to our page, Afterlife Paranormal Investigations of Oklahoma, and you can peep all of those.
Do you guys have a YouTube as well?
We don't.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh yeah, they went to the Conjuring house and to Lizzie Borden house, and they live streamed there too. So the live streams are there.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Conjuring house was spooky ooky.
I bet.
Yeah. Oh, so Sally house.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So we stayed there overnight, and some of us were more scared than others.
Sure.
I was pretty scared initially, but the longer I stayed there, like, the more comfortable I felt.
Right.
Yeah.
Except for being alone. 10 out of 10 would not recommend being alone at the Sally house.
Yeah.
It makes you feel yucky.
Okay.
There's, like, especially a closet upstairs that, like, being in it feels so heavy. And, like, I went up there to, like, explore a little bit, and I sat down in this closet, and, like, Tammy came over, and she was talking to another girl who had come with us on this trip, and I just, like, totally zoned out in this closet. Like, it felt so heavy, and I just, like, felt like I needed help.
Ugh.
Not like rescued, but I was like, I'm stuck in here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I live here now.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, Tammy. And she, like, couldn't hear me because she didn't see me. And I was like, Tammy, I need you. And she was like, oh, my God, what the fuck are you doing in there? Like,
Yeah.
it was really spooky. And then we set everything up, set up all of our cameras, and started running audio and all that cool stuff. While we were running our initial audio session, the radio that was on, there was, like, an old radio on, was kind of, like, tuning in and out, which was really fucking weird. Yeah, it was really spooky. And that was just my initial, like, invitation to the Sally house, right?
Right.
Nice.
So as the night goes on, like, I'm getting more comfortable. I feel like at one point we were doing a live stream and I felt like something touched my head, and that was pretty scary. But also I tried to, like, brush it off, like, maybe it was just, like, my hair, because I have pretty thick hair, so
Sure,
like, maybe
yeah.
something fell down. So I'm not gonna say that I was touched, or, like, yes or no, but I felt something
Right.
go on when I was in the original bedroom where most of the, like, demonic stuff happened. Spinning in the toys room, like, that was fine. A little scary, like, couldn't make any of the toys go off. But our equipment kept going off in that closet. Like, any equipment we had pointed towards or around that closet was going off.
Ugh.
Yeah, really, really scary. So we fall asleep there.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like-
why not?
Yeah.
Like,
You
gonna
know.
sleep there.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
And nobody wants to sleep next to the kitchen. So it's like an open door to the kitchen. Much
Ugh.
like the McIntyre Villa, if you ever go. But it's, like, open to the kitchen, which is where the basement is. Like, the door to the basement is in the kitchen. So I just remember Tammy being like, I'm not facing the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm not. And then I think it was her who slept right next to the kitchen.
Oh no. Poor Tammy.
And then Brooke and Amy and Jill and I all went to sleep in the living room. Brooke might have been in the dining room with Tammy, which was across from the kitchen. So overnight, I put my headphones in. Here's the secret to ghost hunting.
Yes.
Put your headphones in and put on the stupidest podcast you can find, and you'll sleep like a baby.
Nice.
Because
Smart.
you can't hear things walking up and down the stairs.
Right.
That's our
Which-
next show, is a podcast for investigators,
Yeah.
where Camille and I just talk.
Pro
talk-
tips.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, we're not that serious on this podcast.
That's true.
So if you want to, like, really
Plug this one in.
Yeah, you can listen to any of the episodes.
Yeah,
you're gonna learn a lot about You might have a sexual awakening.
Yeah. What is that one you guys
Whoa.
did? Bone Tomahawk or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah.
That one's a good one. That's a
That one's
goofy
fun.
one. You should listen to that one.
It's really funny how sometimes we just get real goofy.
Yeah.
Which is most of the time. I
Duty.
What'd you say?
Hmm?
Duty?
Duty?
Poopy duty.
Oh, yeah.
Poopy duty.
That's for Jess, that's for you when you put our podcast in next to investigation. You'll be like about to go to sleep and hear poopy duty.
You're gonna
And I'll
listen
just like
to-
bust up.
Yeah.
You're gonna listen to yourself talking about the paranormal experiences that you've had
Yeah.
up until now while trying to sleep through the current paranormal experience that you're having, and then all of a sudden you're just gonna hear Dylan say poopy duty. Poopy duty.
Oh my god.
Or was it a ghost?
Or
was
was
it a ghost?
Who knows?
Oh, so back to the story.
Hill House.
Because we're about
Sally House.
Sally House.
Sorry.
We're about to get to the best part.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. This is a process.
They're used to it. It's
So I
fine.
sleep through the night. I think Tammy heard some stuff. I didn't hear anything because, again, goofy podcast in my ear holes.
Poopy duty.
Poopy duties. And the next morning, we pack up everything because we're going in the McIntyre Villa, which
Yeah.
is, again, super dope. You
Right.
should go. Sally House is also really dope. You should go. We pack everything up and we're leaving and snap a selfie. Goodbye. Whatever. Go to the McIntyre Villa, do our entire night's investigation. As we're leaving the McIntyre Villa, and I mean like we're about to lock the door, you know, like a keypad lock.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So once we lock it,
Like an Airbnb experience
yeah,
with ghosts.
exactly.
Yes.
I noticed that there's no ring or no stone in my engagement ring. Like the biggest blue topaz. It's a blue topaz.
Okay.
Is missing from my engagement ring. Like most women or men, I start sobbing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is
Very sad.
I don't get a lot of jewelry because I'm not a jewelry wearer. So the jewelry that I have is so special to me. And I'm like, the one thing that my husband has given me and I've cherished for 5-6 years at this point is missing
Right.
the
Yeah.
stone. And I'm sobbing, and Brooke and Tammy and Jill are all trying to help me. So we scour
Right.
McIntyre Villa. Like, but I mean, I'm looking so deep at the carpets, which are
There's
like,
ghosts just running behind
Yeah,
all of you, and
ghosts-
you're just like, fuck you.
yeah, exactly. We're hearing audible noises.
Yeah.
It's not in here.
And but the carpets are like very fancy Victorian rugs and wood floor.
Oh, God.
There's no way we were gonna find it.
Right.
So I'm trying everything at this point. I even pull out my pendulum and I'm like, please point me in the direction of my stone, like anything.
Oh.
I'm begging. And then I'm like, I wonder. I took a shit ton of pictures. Maybe there's a picture of my hand and I can see exactly where I lost it.
Uh-huh.
Sure enough, the goodbye selfie that I posted like this, which has my other engagement ring in it, says, peace out, Sally House. It's been real exhausting. And there's no stone in it. And
I love that. I mean, that sucks for you, but like,
yeah. And I guess we're planning on going back. I swear to God, if I find that stone, it gets to keep it. Like, it didn't.
I say you just leave it.
I want so bad for you to stay the night there again, and then wake up in the middle of the night and it's on the floor
Oh my!
next to your head.
Or like on your phone.
Yeah. So
Oh my God.
It's back in your ring, dude. You have to wear it. You have to wear the ring with no
do you
stone
know how
in
much
it.
that shit costs to get replaced? Like, too much.
Dude,
I'm sure in fact, the lady at the jewelry store said it would be cheaper for you to buy a new ring. And I said, over my dead fucking body.
Yeah.
I would
Oh my God.
oh yeah. So I was like, oh my God. And guess what Sally House has? Green shag carpeting.
nice.
So there was no way we were going to go back. We couldn't go back. They weren't going to let us back in to
Yeah.
go find it. Also, I was like, there's no way we could
Yeah.
at all. So that's the story of how the Sally House stole my blue topaz. And it belongs to the demons now, and I will be letting them keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
But
thievery.
you can't say that it's paranormal, but like it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I'm quite suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sus.
Yeah.
Sally House.
Yeah. Sus Sally House.
Mhm.
Cool.
Well, I think that's a good enough place as any for us to wrap up the episode.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for letting me chat.
Of course, it
Yeah,
was
thank
so
you
much
for
fun.
coming.
Yeah.
It's been
I
wonderful.
love to talk about ghosts anytime.
Yeah, so much fun. Oh, I did get the Mysterious Oklahoma book
Oh, yeah.
from the library that I mentioned previously. Not as spooky as when I was a kid. That's how those things go.
It's super weird.
But
Boom roasted.
it's it came out in 1995,
Yeah.
and that's about how it's. But it is very cool, and it does tell you where things are. Look, here's the areas of reported close encounters as of
the
1995
alien kind?
of the alien variety.
Yeah, because I know it talks about crop circles.
Honestly,
Ooh, spooky.
like that would be fun.
Yeah,
I want to be the X-Files.
You could definitely go on. Oh, here's a skull. You could definitely go on a little road trip. And I have learned some things, but I got distracted by a human skin book.
What is that one called? Because that one sounds more interesting.
Good question.
Here, we'll put it right here.
Nice.
Is that how that works?
Mhm.
Thank you. And for
Nailed
those
it.
listening,
Yeah.
sorry,
Perfect.
sucks to suck.
It's the
Dark academia. Dark
academia.
All right, you two.
I don't know. Oh my god. I don't. Well, my phone's up there. So, but you are the phone.
Again, it's right here. So
Bam. It's it's whatever it's called. We'll figure it out
Yeah.
and put it in the comments, or
Sure.
possibly if we remember to
Right here.
Well, it's,
in the video here, you'll be
Yes,
able to
it's-
see the cover, maybe, possibly. But that book is about a librarian who stumbled upon the specialty of studying books bound in human skin, and it's very good. Technically doesn't have anything to do with ghosts other than ghosts of our history, because we've
Ghosts of the past.
done some not great things.
Yeah.
And human books teaches you that, so
yeah.
along with other things.
I do have one last thing.
Okay, do it.
I forgot.
Yes.
do it.
I did have a Zach Galifianakis moment. No, what was his name? Zach.
Zach Bagans.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to defend him so hard.
Zach Bilbo Baggins. Yeah. So you know how he's always yelling at ghosts?
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff?
that's so frowned
Constantly
upon.
Yeah.
inciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not nice.
So
You
Camille and
shouldn't
I.
talk to anybody like that.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
So Camille and I had to stay in Moore for a while because we were watching her grandmother's house. And so
Ugh.
the back room of that house is a portal to the devil. I don't know. It
The
was
one with
so,
the bathroom with the mirrors.
In the back, yeah.
Yeah.
Her bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that room.
Dude, so
Yeah.
that room, super creepy. Did not like the vibe from like day one.
Bad vibes is, I think,
You guys
how
didn't
you
sleep
would
in that one. You slept in the front
Oh no,
bedroom.
we slept in that one for a while.
For a while,
what?
we started out sleeping in the front room, and then we moved to the back room for more room, and then we moved back to the front room.
You're like, oof.
Essentially
Yeah.
because of this, and I was not a fan of this.
I'm ready.
So Camille is asleep. I'm like going to sleep. I'm like little sleepyhead, not quite asleep yet. And then Camille wakes up like gasping for air, essentially. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And Camille said that she was having a nightmare.
Where
Like-
I was reaching for you and trying to get your attention, and because I thought like you were on this side of the bed, that you were like standing next to the bed, not
Right.
in the bed with me, and so I was like reaching out and like calling for him, trying to get his attention, and like he couldn't hear me, and then I guess I woke up at that point,
Yeah.
and he was not here. I think he was actually like here, like sitting in bed next to
I
me.
was literally right next to, like, holding her as she slept, essentially.
Aww.
And
We look kind of cute or whatever, but
and she like she said that you said that you felt like something was like choking you.
me. Yeah.
And dude, I was instantly pissed because like the whole room, like after she woke up, just like felt real dark, and I was just like, I just.
Did you go full sack bagans on that
Dude,
bitch?
Sort of.
I've
I've tried to fall back
Camille
asleep,
went
but
back to sleep, and I stayed up for another like hour and a half, literally just like waiting. I was just like, "What's up, dude?" Like, because it was just like it did not feel good in the house, and I kept hearing stuff at the end of the hallway, and I just kept hearing things.
Not cat things?
No.
no.
Okay,
Because
just
at the
checking.
time,
Because you have to. It's like having ghosts in your house if you've got
It
cats.
is.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows. Everybody knows.
But at the time we had Alistair, and Alistair was depressed. He did not like living in Moors, so we didn't really see Alistair a whole lot.
That was when he
just
got
like,
fat.
Yeah, he didn't like that house. I don't
No.
think either.
It's because of this shit. And then, dude, so it kind of crescendoed into, I heard this really loud, what sounded like somebody super flicking the back of the wooden entertainment center
In the room?
in the room.
In the room at
And
the
then-
at the end of the bed.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah. And that's when I went full Zach Baggins, where I was just like, if you're gonna fuck around, let's fuck around.
You just let him do it.
He was
I was
asleep.
trying to sleep. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
I woke up though, and I was just like, "Hey, let's just."
Yeah.
Everybody, it's okay.
Yeah, because I was just like, stop being a bitch and show the fuck up, dude. I was super mad. And then after that, it stopped, and I went to bed.
Yeah, it was spooky dooky. I wasn't super thrilled about that, but you know what?
Dude,
And that's grounds for divorce. I know you just got married.
I was so mad. I was so mad.
I'm so sweaty just listening to you talk about that.
That's an uncomfortable house. I mean, for the people that live there now, I hope that things are better for them in that house. And
There was a lot of physical material in that house as well. So
my
who knows
grandma
what type
was
of
a
energy.
my grandma was a hoarder.
I said it much nicer.
She was my grandma.
I guess
It's
it's
fine.
true.
Anybody in the family will tell you she was a hoarder.
She had good taste though.
She had lovely taste.
Yeah.
She had a lot of taste.
A lot.
She had a lot of
taste.
That's what I'm gonna say.
varying taste.
Yeah.
Yes. If you like old lady things, you know,
Which we did.
we did. Yeah, we all benefited.
We all had some earrings.
Yeah, we've all got some wonderful things, some wonderful pieces. But no, just in general, years and years and years of like negative familial energy.
I had the worst nightmare of
in
my
the house.
life in that bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spooky dooky times
Yeah.
in that house, but I hope that it has since been cleansed of sorts. Maybe just not having family live there.
I scared him off.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure you did something.
Something.
Well, after that, then we moved to the front bedroom, and
it
everything
was
fine.
better.
After hearing things down the hallway, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I would have slept outside.
It sucked, man. That's
that
where the
backyard was
shower
big.
was.
You could have pitched
Yeah.
a tent. It would have been fine.
I
Thought
did.
about it.
We did hear things from time to time, which is really funny because there were several times that I did walk butt ass naked through that house holding a knife, just like
We would wake up in
If
the
it's not the knife that scares him, it's the naked man.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Those
Double-
were-
Sleep
that's
naked.
a twofer.
Those
right
were
there.
cat
Scared.
instances, though.
Yeah.
Every time. Those were cat instances. We would wake up in the middle of the night because Alistair like crawled up on top of something and knocked something over.
He's
Think I'm ready to move now.
spooky.
Yeah.
Look at your spooky boy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm cats. My cats all know how to open the cabinets, and you'll hear like thunk, 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 because we
Yeah.
have child like sort of locks on the cabinets, magnets.
Yeah.
So when they close, they go thunk. So the first few nights in that house, spooky.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Our house isn't haunted. So.
I forget which cat it was. That I think it was Tuerto. It was the first time he'd ever dealt with sliding doors like this.
Oh, spooky.
And one night we were trying to go to sleep, and he was like, and so this just went, bow, 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 bow. Like, stop it.
He's like, I don't
Please
understand
stop.
how it works.
I will scream at a ghost again. Don't make me do this.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Get a
Alright.
cat.
Yeah.
everybody adopt a cat. Adopt in pairs.
Yeah.
Because
Triplets, if not pairs.
it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well just start out with 3.
Better than having kids.
Woof.
True.
Maybe as expensive.
Possibly so.
Maybe. All right, guys. We will talk to you next week. We're watching Jennifer's Body.
That's right.
Whoa,
Jordan's
how
pick.
exciting.
Yeah.
Good job, Jordan.
Yeah, it's very
Wanted to see
exciting.
Megan Fox.
Oh.
Gross. That's not. That might be a boy. I don't
Yeah.
know. But it's a good movie. Who
Whatever.
knows? Who cares? Congratulations, Megan Fox and that guy.
Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
they together?
They look super hot, yeah.
She's got weird toe thumbs.
Oh, everybody makes fun of her toe thumbs, but she's hot AF.
I
At
don't
least
know.
that's what my sister-in-law Abby says when I said something about her toe thumbs. She was like, everybody just makes fun of her thumbs, but like she's really hot if you don't like her thumbs. So,
Oh.
Well, good for her.
Impossible.
yeah. But
No.
Machine Gun is, he's a guy. So, good job.
Yeah, he exists.
Oh boy.
He got roasted by Eminem once, and now he just does bad punk music.
Yeah, you
Pop
shouldn't have
punk
talked
stuff.
mad shit on Eminem's daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a whole other podcast.
Well, thank you guys so much. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, it's lovely, wonderful. We
I
learned
can't
so
wait to
much.
bother you again. Yeah.
Come back anytime if anybody needs help in the paranormal realm.
In the Oklahoma City metro area.
Not just anywhere in the world.
Yes.
Please feel free to reach out to API of Oklahoma.
Yep.
Via their Facebook.
Instagram. I'll also give Dylan our information to put down in the
Oh, yes. Please do.
description below.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Everything we do is for free,
very
besides
sweet.
our paid events. So,
Unless you want to do a little donate.
yeah.
Why
We
not?
like a little donate.
A little
Yeah.
donate.
Yeah, we'll use it to go to Waverly Hills.
Hey.
Heels.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You should. I would love to come back on and talk about that if it ends up being super cool. which
Yeah,
it
dude.
will be.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow
we
up.
have a spooky show. You can come back whenever you want.
That's
Doesn't
right,
matter.
bitches.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
You're our what, resident ghost lady?
Yeah, a resident paranormal investigator.
Yeah.
so fun. Thanks, guys.
All right. See ya, everybody.
Bye.
All right, as promised, I am back. Specifically, just me. So, there's that. So, okay, this first clip, from my experience, not technically my experience, I guess. It was at a house that I lived in. So this clip, you can hear a little girl's voice say, "Talk to me." And I saw this little girl run down the hallway one time, super creepy, ran into the demon room, essentially. But yeah, spooky dooky. Check it out. So yeah, it's sort of like right in the middle. But yeah, if you didn't catch that, go back. Super creepy. I only have one other clip. There's several other ones, but this one is my favorite and the last one I'm gonna do. So this one is particularly creepy. You can hear somebody say, "The Red Bloods are coming," or "The Red Bloods," and it gives me chills every time I listen to it. All right.
Take a look at this fog.
Yeah, so it's essentially the first voice you hear is a ghost voice, which is fucking so sick. But anyway, okay. Thanks for checking out the episode. And the podcast the YouTube comes out tomorrow. So, all right. Thanks, everybody.